So I wrote an article on Medium about how if Massachusetts doesn't get its act together to support all the colleges and universities and higher education, there's going to be trouble. The economic fallout is going to lead to more street crime, unsafe neighborhoods, colleges will drop out. A lot of bad stuff is going to happen. Anyway, you can go read the article, and right now I'm just going to take you through. I went around town with my bike and I filmed various scenes to explain the economic difficulties that this area of Massachusetts is facing. All over Cambridge, well, this is Somerville, this is the Flatbread Pizza place. As you can see, they put out a lot of outdoor seating, but that's probably only like 1/10 of what's inside. This is other seating they put outside the Crepe Place in Davis Square. I've been looking at this for the past few weeks. It's never been totally full. Here's more seating outside Davis Square, Mike's, which is probably the core of the square in a sense. And all these restaurants, by the way, go very far back. It's sort of misleading. They'll go back around like 200 feet and probably have 100 tables. So what you're seeing outside is a vast reduction in these restaurants' seating capacity. And there's the Burn, which I love. Now I'm biking down Beacon Street or New Hampshire, I forget where. And then here's some for Lee. This used to be a Verizon store. The Comcast store. It's gone. And there's some renovations and some building. They're building new buildings for apartments. Here's some kids waiting for their COVID tests. It's funny, they're all just sitting right next to each other. Here's some more seating, and this is in Central Square. Again, it's mostly empty. This is a Thursday afternoon. The dance complex, I believe that's closing. This is all part stuff of what is making Davis Central Square not as appetizing if you're going to college here in Boston, or it's just in Cambridge, because both Harvard and MIT and probably Tufts feed into Central Square. Many college kids come here, and this is City Hall in Cambridge. And again, most summers that whole lawn would be filled, and there's the post office. So and now I'm biking into Harvard Square. Again, the past summer, this would have been totally packed. Oh my God, there'd be people all over the street, just walking all over. And look at this. Really, for Thursday afternoon, this is like a ghost town. So all these businesses have to be totally hurting. And even Harvard, as you'll see, this is why this runs on a while, because when you get to the part where the gate opens into the central part of it, I don't know if you call it a quad or whatever, and you can see it's empty. Again, this would all summer long last year is totally packed with tourists and students and what have you. You can look in there; it's empty. Oh my God! Year round, that it's usually packed. Here's Lesley University. Now they started this building. They actually moved the church over there from where that other building is on the left. Anyway, Lesley has put tons of money into this real estate, and many people don't feel Lesley will survive the COVID pandemic. Their financials just aren't that strong, so we'll just have to see. They also have many of their administrative offices in that building. These are clips from my DJI Osmo. That used to be a bunch of art galleries in there. It's very rough, but somebody took it over and put some regular stores in it. Again, it really made Central Square, and now it's been commercialized. It's another view of those outdoor seating I showed you in Central Square. Again, I just don't see it. I just don't see how these restaurants are going to survive. I don't see how Central Square is going to survive as a place, as a magnet to come to school here. The Middle East is also closing. I don't know why it's still there. Again, another central place in the New England college scene. It's a big place. They have comedy, music. They have a huge downstairs where they have events. Again, from what I understand, it's going away. And look at this in Central Square. This is a huge luxury building. I don't know if they're apartments or condos. There's some on the other side too. Here's a somewhat homeless person, I think. Well, she, sorry, she looks homeless. This is an old building in Cambridge, in Central Square. The Massachusetts university ecosystem can't hope to survive and thrive when the following conditions are true: where there's no free masks at every post office and government building, when there's no robust contact tracing because these things are true. There's no free one-day testing anywhere, anytime, anywho. There's no free hotel quarantining. There's no pay subsidy so workers don't feel they must work to feed their family. When these things are true, no one answers contact tracing honestly. They won't rat on their brothers or sisters or uncles and nieces or whatever when they need to feed their family. So the state needs to make these things happen. And it can only happen by cutting all government pay by 10%. I'm sorry, I know that sounds, I don't mean to, I don't want it to cut anybody's pay. Don't get me wrong, it's not about that. It's just about allocating that money to this. We need to reallocate money from where people don't need it for the moment because they're not going out to restaurants or whatever, where people do, where we need, again, the free hotel rooms, pay subsidy, one-day testing. There's all talk and no action about bringing the state together for equal treatment, whether wealth or race. That's where I bring up the map comparing Boston to Chicago. And there's no detailed plan to protect the university ecosystem. You know, the governor, the state legislature, they haven't come up with saying that, okay, well, this is the goal that we want to have: masks for everybody, robust contact tracing, apps on every phone, free one-day testing, no questions asked. If you're sick, we'll put you into a hotel room or somewhere. We'll pay your wages so you don't have to worry about feeding your family. And we're going to make sacrifices ourselves because we're all in this together. Thanks for watching.